So look, y'all, a lot of people, right, they're asking me about a lot of people are asking me about Saitarealty. I said I'm gonna start answering some comments. So individuals are asking me about Saitarealty, um, and they're asking about if it's going to be relaunched. Now, the thing is this: we had an AMA not long ago, and there are also some things on the Twitter Spaces about Saitarealty, including on the Saitarealty Twitter. So the thing is this, y'all. Okay, for the individuals out there, now I know there are people out there who know what they're supposed to know, but for the individuals who do not know what they're supposed to know and are still asking questions about the Saitarealty and the relaunch and what's going on, okay, look, y'all, everything is online. Okay, everything is online. Y'all have to get into getting on more social media, but do it. I know that there are things on social media that can be toxic, but the thing is this: you have a choice to tune into that or not. You have a choice to. You don't have to tune into that. You don't have to toxify your mind like that. Okay, you can choose to ignore it. Okay, and move on to what and go into the search bar. You can move on and go into the search bar and search for what you need to search for. All right. Don't give negativity your time. Okay, don't give it your time. If you see it, move on past it. It can't be that addicted. Okay, it can't be that addicted like a drug or something that you have to click on it. So move on. But look, everything that individuals are asking me is actually on a lot of the Twitter Spaces, websites, whatever it may be. But we're just not finding it. So for the situation with Saitarealty, yes, the project is being relaunched. The project is being relaunched, rebranded. It's going through the same thing that Saitama is going to go through. Okay, it's going to have the whole airdrop thing. It should have the whole airdrop thing the same way that Saitama did. All right, but theirs are going to kind of be on a lower scale because that project is not advancing as more as Saitama and Saita Pro is, but it will be. And the reason why it's not advancing because the catalysts that are supposed to take off for that project is not meant to take off yet. So this is not a bad thing. We're still in the process. All right? We're still in the process. So those catalysts would take off. More catalysts will come because you have to understand there are a lot of individuals on the back end, correct, that are waiting on Saitarealty to get to where it needs to be so they can start investing and investing into this project and partnering with this project. All right, like I said, y'all, this is real estate right here. This is real estate. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of wealth entities very highly interested in this project. Okay, so yes, it's going to relaunch. What do you have to do? I'm guessing that everything is going to be automatic, just like Saita Pro, like Saitama V2 was from Saitama V1. I'm guessing everything is because look, the thing is this: I cannot imagine this development team going into a more difficult process, a migration process, than what they went through. Versus what they went through with say V1 to V2, all right, which was a smooth process. It was a smooth process. Like I said, they did an unconventional. They went an unconventional route, but they got it done. Okay, now they may take the same route with Saitarealty, which I think they should. All right, they got the system in place. I think they should. All right, and I think they will. Okay, so for a lot of individuals out there, there's not much you should have to do. As far as like the migration or airdrop or whatever it's supposed to be, however it's supposed to go, everything should be automatic. All right. They're more than likely also going to be probably paying out of their pockets again for the switchover, which means that there's not much you're going to have to do or pay out of pocket. And I keep telling y'all, all right, these are the benefits right here of this company right here. Call it a company. Me, myself, I'm going to start calling it a corporation because that's what I see them as in the future. All right, as they advance, as a lot of these wealth catalysts within the project take off, as they change how crypto is looked at and how crypto is done, okay, I do think they have the ability to go corporate. They have the potential to go corporate down the line. All right, they already went professional. All right, Saitarealty, I believe, has the potential, okay, to be one of the biggest wealth catalysts within Saitama. Just think of it. Think of how big Saitama is going to be, right? Think of how big Saitama is going to be. Think how big Saita Pro is going to be. Think how big Saitarealty is going to be within, okay, Saita Pro. I mean, Saitama V2. Just think about it. You've got big entities. You got big entities inside of big entities inside of big entities. That's crazy. Usually it's like a big entity, right? And usually the catalysts, right, that are within those entities are smaller. All right, but just think about that. That's crazy. Saitama V2, Saita Pro, and Saitarealty. The big three. That's insane. They're going to dominate when they reach their max potential. Okay, they are going to dominate the crypto space. The big three. Saitama is going to be one of the top cryptos out. Saita Pro is going to be one of the is going to be, in my opinion, a top swap out. Okay, one of the top platforms. Okay, in that class. And Saita Pro is going to be one of the biggest crypto to real estate connected platforms out there in crypto. Nobody's going to come close to neither of those. They may in the future when they get when they get a hold of that blueprint. When they get a hold of that blueprint, they may come close, because then you're going to have individuals starting to build based on that blueprint. Okay? But Saitama is already going to be ahead of the game. Those developers are going to be ahead of the damn game. Ahead. Okay? Which means when individuals start catching on to the blueprint, these future developers, those Saitama developers, they're going to be moving on to the next phase. With the other developers are going to be finding news, it's going to be old news to Saitama, and Saitama is going to be moving on to the next phase. All right, and it's going to be hard for someone to build better technology. Okay, because they're going to need Saitama. They're going to need Saitama as the blueprint. Everything Saitama does, people are going to be building behind. All right, and like I said, y'all, another way that it's going to take these other cryptos, a while to catch up to Saitama is the fact that nobody is hiring these big teams right now. Nobody can afford to hire a 300 man and woman team. It's going to be a while before that becomes a trend in crypto. It's going to be a while before that comes a trend. That's not even a trend right now. That's just something Saitama is doing. It's going to be a while before that becomes a trend. It's going to be a while before you have a slew of major, wealthy, high revenue, yielding projects out here in the future. It's going to take a while. The revenue part, the staffing part, getting in tune with the technology, the blueprint, trying to figure out how do you start launch a project without front-running bots attacking or hackers or whales. It's going to be a while before the crypto space is caught up to all of this right here. Saitama is going to be ahead of the game for some time. And it's going to be a while before the rest of these cryptos catch up. And I know people may say, oh, well, you have the OG coins. Look, the OG coins right now are not even as big on the technology. They're not even as big on newer technology. A lot of the OG coins are still living off of old technology. Still living off of old technology. This is one of the reasons why Bitcoin is going to go down. People on Bitcoin, that's why I be telling these new investors, stop listening to social media. Stop listening to mainstream media telling you to invest in Bitcoin and portionize. That's not the way it's going. That's not the way that we going. Stop listening to it. Bitcoin is going down. Bitcoin will be replaced.